I just ate Tijuana Flats and it was so good. Hi guys. So today I figured I would do a short little story time for you. Basically, me and my boyfriend first moved in together a little over a year ago into an apartment. We just recently moved into this house. So it got time to find out what was going on with the deposit, if we were getting it back, if we weren't. Found out I got something in the mail and I missed it. So we had to go to the post office to pick it up. And it was basically it saying that we weren't getting our deposit back at all. And they wanted an additional $860 on top of the deposit. So of course, we wanted to look into this, okay? So it had the paper and it was showing us everything that they were charging us for and how much it was being charged for. And actually, I have the papers, hold on. Okay. Whew. I'm so windblown. They're wanting to replace the entire carpet in the apartment due to urine. Bitch, what? Because we had cats, and when we first moved in, we didn't have cats. We never paid a cat fee because we didn't think we were gonna get a pet. We ended up sneaking in a pet. So when we got when we got the pet fee, we were like, okay, that's fine, like totally understandable. Of course we're gonna pay that because we had cats, not gonna lie, you know what I mean? But they're trying to say that our cats peed all over the carpet. They're trying to do a lot of things because they found out we had cats. They're like, ooh, they had cats, let's try and get them for urine stains, let's try to get them for flea control. And since they're already fucking changing the carpet, which is almost $900 in itself, then they're trying to say they needed flea control. Okay, bitch, fleas will only live in carpet. They're not, if you take out the carpet, if you're already replacing the carpet, you do not need to flea control the place, because once the carpet comes out, where are the fleas gonna live? You don't need to do a flea replacement. I can't talk, I'm so angry. Okay, so those really pissed me off. They want to charge electric, which makes no fucking sense, because when we moved out, we changed, because we don't have electric like with the apartment complex, we get it from FP&O, which is like its own thing. So when we moved out, because we moved into here before our lease was up there, so we told FP&O, we actually went there and said we want to turn our power off on this date and turn it on to this apartment on that same date. So once the power was on here, we wanted it off at the apartment complex, so we're not paying two separate bills. But it turns out we fucking are anyways. But how are you about to charge us for fucking electric when we weren't even there using it? We switched it. It's there, like they probably turned, like FP&O probably turned it off, and the apartment complex turned it back on. That's not our fault, bitch. I should have a fucking bitch counter because that's my go-to word when I'm abused. Plus, my boyfriend made a good point. The pet fee is a deposit. You know, when you have pets, you have to give this fee. That money is supposed to go towards any damages that the pet might cause. Otherwise, why pay to have a pet? Do you know what I'm saying? If the cats peed on the carpet, shouldn't that $450 go towards getting new carpet and not charging us for the cats and then all the damages that they supposedly had? Like, what the fuck? So when we got this mail, we were like, fuck this. We're going to the apartment complex and disputing this shit, because this is bullshit. So we get this in the mail. We go to the apartment complex and be like, bitch, no. Automatically she's a bitch. Like, hey, I wanted to discuss like these papers. And she's like, okay, what do you want to discuss? And he was like, I want to dispute them. And she was like, what do you want to dispute? And he was like, all of it. And she's like, okay, well I have to have it in writing of what you want. And he was like, well, I want pictures of these things. If you say we had fleas, I want a picture of a flea. If you say the cats peed on the carpet, I want pictures of piss on the carpet. And she's like, okay, yeah, we have the pictures. He's like, can I see them? And she's like, no, you have to have it in writing and then I'll show you. And he was like, okay. So he turns over one of the papers that came in the mail, like the blank spot. And then he tries to go for a pen and she like takes it away. And she's like, that's my pen. And he's like, okay, can I have a fucking pen then if you want me to have it writing? So he gets like a dinky pen. And then writes, I want pictures. And then like slides it over to her and she's like, I don't have time for attitude. Like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, you said you wanted it in writing. I said I want pictures. You wanted it in writing, so I wrote, I want pictures. Bitch. He didn't say bitch, but I like to say that. She's like, no, I need in writing everything that you want disputed. And he was like, can I just staple this piece of paper that has the list of everything to this and say here? And she said, no, you have to have it in writing. And he's like, that's fucking stupid, but fine. So he writes down, basically copies and pastes what this, excuse me. I thought I had another one, but I don't. He just basically copies and pastes what this says, but he writes it down. He's like, here. And she's like, nah, I need it like in letter form. Like, okay, I'm not rewriting it, but like I'll address it. And she's like, okay, yeah, I need it addressed to. So he's like, that's not an address, bitch. Like now I gotta Google the fucking address, cause you just say address it to. And then if we really, and she would say like the actual address. We had to Google it. Okay. And so she's like, and now I need to know who is it from. And he just writes Adam. She's like, and I need your address. Such a fuck. Then he writes it down. And it doesn't look like it doesn't look like it's a Dear Tom Sawyer type of letter. So after he writes all that down, and she's seeing it as he's writing it, so she could have a long time ago said, no, not like that. So after he writes down the whole list, then writes down 2 on the side and then from Adam on the side, he hands it to her and she goes, no, I don't need it like that. I want it in letter form, like you have to say dear. And he's like, bitch, what? Like, you just watched me write this whole thing. You did that shit on purpose. Like, you said you wanted it in writing form. So he wrote it in writing form. And then she said, no, it's gotta be like a motherfucking letter. Why didn't you say that shit in the first place? Now we're sitting here wasting time. So he's pissed. And he brought up the word court. I think he said something like, you can show me the pictures now or we can like see them in court. And she was like, okay, sir. As soon as you bring up like law situations, that's when this conversation ends. And he's like, no, bitch, like that's when the conversation begins. Like you don't want to go to court, right? Like no one wants to go to court. So like, let's have a conversation. And she's like, no, I don't want to have a conversation because I'm busy. Literally, I'm not exaggerating, said, don't want to have a conversation, I'm busy. And probably didn't even type actual words, but started going on his computer. And he was like, what? And I'm like, by the way, I didn't say a single word because I'm not super confrontational. So luckily her computer screen was like right here and he was sitting here, so I was like, he said like, no, I want you to fucking show me some pictures. And she's like, you know what? You can leave. I'll get someone to help you leave. And he was like, who are you gonna get to help you leave? He was like, I'll call the fucking cops. She didn't say fucking, but she said, I'll call the cops. And he was like, okay. Fucking call the cops. Fucking call the cops! What is So she called the cops and we actually left because it was our day off. We didn't want to have to get cops involved. But we're still not done with them yet. We're still not done. I don't know why I have this in my hands, but I'm still not done. Because we are getting those pictures in the mail, and if we're not getting in the mail, it's gonna be my cat. Look at this bullshit. Thanks. Sit down. What the fuck? Anyways, so if we don't get those pictures, we are going to be pissed. And then by then, I'll actually probably say something. My bodily functions right now. What the fuck? Calm down, I'm making a video. So if we get the pictures and we actually see some shit, I'll be like, all right. You found a flea? All right. Oh, my cat's pissed on the ground? I didn't know. I'll be okay with it. But show us some fucking pictures. Or else, no. So there may be a follow-up story to this if we actually go to court and shit, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. Hopefully we don't have to go to court. Hopefully it's not like that major. Hopefully they just cave. But we'll see what happens. I don't know if that was funny or entertaining or whatever to you guys, but it was to me. It wasn't funny to me, but it was entertaining to me. It pissed me off. I figured maybe it could be something I could tell you guys about. If you like me doing story times, let me know, because some shit happens in my life. I just never say anything about it to people. So I saw a fight at work today, like a fight at work today. Like people were beating each other up in the cash register. Not in the cash register, like in line. I was ringing up a guy and then the guy came over, bah, in his face, and I was like, ah! And it was pretty intense. Shouldn't all my stories be that short? Like Jesus, I thought this was gonna be a short video. Okay guys, I will see you guys when I see you guys, okay?